everyone! So this is Teacher Jenny again at nandito naman ako para i-discuss sa inyo ang lesson number 6 na ating third quarter, which is all about the interior and exterior angles of a convex polygon. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood ang video ko about sa polygon, panoorin nyo lang yan sa previous video na in-upload ko. Now we have here our most essential learning competency, derives inductively the relationship of the exterior and interior angles of a convex polygon. Okay, so we have objectives na at the end of this lesson, the students should be able to first is identify the interior and exterior angles of a polygon. Number 2 is to solve for the sum of the interior angles of a convex polygon. And number 3 is to derive the relationship of these exterior and interior angles of a convex polygon. So, ibig sabihin for this lesson, we will discuss about interior and exterior angles of a convex polygon. Okay, so alam niyo naman kung ano yung pinagkaiba ng convex at concave polygon natin. Na-discuss na natin yan last time. So let's talk about the interior angles muna of a convex polygon. 'Di ba? Last time sabi natin pag sinabi natin interior angles, 'yon yung mga angles na nasa loob ng mismong polygon natin. Now, did you know that, so we have here a triangle, that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So, yung sum daw ng interior angles ng isang triangle ay equal sa 180 degrees. So, pag inad nyo yung tatlong angle na yan, ang sum daw ay laging 180 degrees. So, huwag nyo kakalimutan yan ha, kasi magagamit natin yan to solve for the sum of the interior angles of other polygon. Now, so kung gano'n naman ang case sa triangle, let's have this quadrilateral. Diba? So, we have 4 sides. Side AB, side BC, side CD, and side DA. Now, ano naman kaya ang sum ng interior angle ng quadrilateral? So, from this quadrilateral ABCD, we can draw here diagonal. So, sabi natin, para ma-solve daw natin yung sum ng interior angle ng isang polygon, we should draw diagonal from one vertex, sa isang vertex lang. So, let's say, from vertex A, magdodraw ako ng diagonal. And recall, pag sinabi nating diagonal, meaning to say that's a line segment na nagko-connect sa two non-consecutive vertices. Okay, di ba sabi natin ang non-consecutive, ibig sabihin hindi magkasunod. So, meaning to say from A, ang diagonal na pwede nating i-drawing siya ay line segment A, C. Okay, so that's the diagonal of this quadrilateral. Now, from this diagonal, kung mapapansin nyo, nagkaroon tayo ngayon ng dalawang triangle. Tama? So, we have triangle ADC. Ayan, isang triangle. At yung sa kabila naman, we have ABC. Triangle ABC. Ayan. So, the first triangle and the second triangle. So, ibig sabihin, itong unang triangle, anong measure ng sum ng interior niyan? Doon sa ating binanggit kanina, sa did you know. Di ba sabi ng isang triangle daw ay merong 180 degrees as sum of its interior angle. So, ibig sabihin, kung 180 to, ito ay 180 degrees din. Tama? So, therefore, meron tayong dalawang 180 sa ating quadrilateral. So, pag sinabi natin na meron tayong dalawa, so we can say that 2 times 180 degrees. So, meron tayong 360 degrees. Therefore, the sum daw of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. We're talking about the convex, convex polygon tayo. So, ibig sabihin, na-conclude natin na yung sum ng mga angles sa loob ng quadrilateral, yung apat na yan, ay 360 degrees kasi naka-form tayo ng dalawang triangle. Okay, so let's try with this pentagon. So, ito naman, we have 5-sided polygon. So, side AB, BC, CD, DE, and EA. 5 sides, correct? And this is a pentagon. Now, from this pentagon, sabi natin, let's draw diagonals from one vertex. So, let's say, sa A ulit tayo magdodrawing ng diagonal. So, ano yung mga pwede natin gawing diagonal from A? So, we have AD and AC. Tama? So we have AD and AC. Now, from these diagonals, nagkaroon tayo ng ilang triangles. So we have the first triangle here. Ayan, nakikita nyo ba? And then we have the second triangle here and the third triangle here. So ibig sabihin may tatlo tayong 180 degrees as sum of its interior kasi nagkaroon tayo ng tatlong triangle. So masasabi natin na 3 times 180 degrees, that is 540 degrees. So ibig sabihin this pentagon has the sum of the interior angles which is 540 degrees. Okay? So, ganun lang yon. Since nagkaroon tayo ng tatlong triangle, may tatlo tayong 180 degrees and that is 540 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of a convex pentagon is equal to 540 degrees. Na kung mapapansin natin sa ginawa natin kanina, if our polygon is a triangle, then we have the number of sides ay tatlo. At ang number ng triangle na na-form niya, isa lang kasi triangle lang naman siya. So therefore, may isa tayong triangle talaga. And that is equal to 180 degrees. Tapos sa quadrilateral naman natin, yung kaninang rectangle natin na ABCD, ayan. Diba nung nag-draw tayo ng diagonal, so we have 4 sides, tama? 4 sides. So nag-drawing tayo ng diagonal, we formed how many triangles? So we have 2 triangles. Ito yon. And that is equal to 360 degrees as the sum of its interior angles. Now, nung nagkaroon tayo ng pentagon, yung kanina nating pentagon, yung ganan, di ba nagkaroon tayo ng ilang triangle? Naka-form tayo ng tatlong triangle. Tama? And that is equal to 540 degrees kasi tatlong 180 yon. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, parang nagkaroon tayo ng pattern, di ba? Kung meron siyang tatlong side, meron siyang isang triangle lang na na-form. Kung apat naman yung sides natin, so we have 2 triangles formed. And kung 5 naman yung sides, meron 3 triangle formed. So, ibig sabihin, parang nagkaroon siya ng pattern na the number of triangles formed is the number of side minus 2. Parang binawasan natin ng dalawa yung number of side. Tingnan nyo ha. Itong 3-sided polygon natin, yung triangle, 3 minus 2. So, we have 1 triangle formed. And then 4 minus 2, we have 2 triangles na na-formed. Now, we have 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 triangles formed. So, ibig sabihin pala, para malaman natin kung ilan yung number of triangles na ma-form, we can just subtract 2 from the number of sides. So, halimbawa, we have hexagon, which is a polygon with 6 sides. So, instead of magdodrawing pa kayo ng hexagon, tapos lalagyan nyo pa siya ng diagonal for you to be able to count the number of the triangles na ma-form, you can just simply subtract 2 from the number of side, which is 6. So, 6 minus 2, ibig sabihin, ilang triangles ang ma-form niya? We have 4 triangles. And then 4 multiply to 180 degrees. Ito yung, kasi di ba meron tayong 4 na triangle na ma-form. So, ibig sabihin, 4 na 180 yan. So, we have 720 degrees as the sum of the interior angles of a hexagon. Okay? We're talking about, again, for a convex polygon. Now, how about heptagon? So, we have 7 sides. So, ibig sabihin, if we have 7 sides, how many triangles ang ma-form natin from the 7? So, 7 minus 2, we have 5 triangles. And from these 5 triangles, each of the triangle ay may sum na 180. So, 5 times 180. So, we have 900 degrees as the sum ng interior angles ng ating heptagon. The next, so, paano naman pag mga iba pang polygon natin? So, ibig sabihin, yung n natin, number of side, kung ilan man yung side, para malaman mo kung ilan yung number of triangle, isa-subtract mo lang yung 2 from the number of sides or n minus 2 where n is our number of side. And then kapag nakuha nyo yan, just multiply 180 degrees para makuha nyo yung sum of the interior angles. So therefore, the sum of the measure of the interior angles of any polygon ay magkakaroon tayo ng formula na n minus 2. Ito yung n minus 2 natin Ano yan? Yan yung ma-form na triangle, di ba? Times 180. So, ibig sabihin, kung ilan yung triangles na ma-form, times natin sa 180. Where n is the number of sides of the polygon. So, let's have an example. Let's try to find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of an octagon. Okay, meron tayong octagon. Ano ba yung octagon? So that is a polygon with how many sides? 8 or 8. Tama? So instead na mag-drawing pa tayo ng polygon na may 8 sides, we can just simply use our formula na n minus 2 multiply to 180 degrees. Pero if the teacher asks you to draw the polygon itself at mag-drawing ng diagonals for you to be able to count the number of triangles. So, pwede din naman. I-drawing nyo, tas drawing yung diagonals, then count the number of triangles. But, remember, na kapag binilang nyo na yung number of triangles, you don't need to use this formula anymore. Kapag nabilang nyo na yung number of triangles, just multiply it to 180 degrees. Since, in this example, hindi naman tayo magdo-drawing pa ng octagon, but we just need to find the number of the, or the sum of the interior angles of this octagon, we can just simply use our formula. Okay? N minus 2 multiply to 180 degrees. So, sabi natin, n is the number of sides. And we're talking about octagon na merong ilang sides? 8. Therefore, instead na n yung ilagay natin, papalitan natin siya ng 8. So, we have 8 minus 2 multiply to 180 degrees. And 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. And therefore, we will multiply 6 to 180 degrees. Now, ibig sabihin, we have 6 triangles formed. So, we have 6 times 180 degrees. This is equal to 1080 degrees. Okay? So, 6 na triangles yung na-formed. I-multiply natin sa 180 degrees. So, that is equal to 1080 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a convex octagon is equal to 1080 degrees. Now, so we're done talking about the interior angles of a convex polygon. Now, let's move naman for the exterior angles of a convex polygon. So, diba sa geometry, we're always using the word interior and exterior. At pag sinabi natin exterior, these are the things na nasa labas. Exterior angles, ibig sabihin, angles na nasa labas na ating convex polygon. Now, I have here an example na polygon which is a triangle. Number of linear pair ay 3. The sum of the linear pairs on the vertices is the 3 times 180 degrees is equal to 540 degrees. And then the sum of the interior angles is 180 degree. At nagkaroon tayo ng conclusion na exterior angle is 360 degrees. Ang haba. So, ano daw yon? So, tingnan natin yung triangle natin sa baba. So, di ba kanina sabi natin na we have here the interior angles. Ayan, yan yung mga nasa loob na angles. At kung mapapansin nyo na if we extend the side of this triangle, magkakaroon tayo ng exterior angles. At sabi natin ng exterior angles ay yung nasa labas. Ito, at saka ayan. So, we have exterior angles. At kung mapapansin nyo, anong relationship ng isang interior angle sa exterior angle na katabi niya? Mapapansin natin, di ba? Siya ay, linear pair. Ang dalawang angle ay linear pair. Bakit? It forms a line. At pag sinabi nating linear pair, di ba? Recall tayo, it should be adjacent angles at it should be supplementary. Tama? Dapat adjacent siya at supplementary siya. So, therefore, if we have the pair of this isang interior at isang exterior at nag-form siya ng line, it's a linear pair. Therefore, the sum of these two angle ay 180 degrees. Tama? So, we have 180 degrees. Ayan. At ito naman, yung kapares din niya na interior angle doon, nag-form din siya ng linear pair, nag-form din siya ng line, and it's a linear pair. So, therefore, itong dalawang to, nag-sum din siya ng 180 degrees. Tama? Same with this. Nagkaroon din siya ng line, so ibig sabihin kapag inad natin to sa nasa loob sa kanya, dahil siya ay line, it's just like half of the protractor, tama? So therefore, this is 180 degrees pag inad natin. Ayan. So therefore, yung sum of linear pairs on vertices daw, sa isang vertex, yan, meron tayong tatlo, 'di ba? So therefore, 3 times 180 is equal to 540. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong 540 as the sum of the linear pairs dun sa ating vertices. Now, kung meron tayong 540 na nabuo from this, ito ay 180, tas to 180, tas 180, so tatlo yan, should be 540 as a sum. Eh, yung sum ng interior angle na tinukoy natin kanina, sabi natin 180 tong nasa loob na yan. So, kung 540 yung lahat ng yan, kasama na yung exterior at interior, at sinabi natin na ang interior ay 180 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, 540 degrees. Yung total nung tatlong yan, nung tatlong linya na nabuo natin, isubtract natin yung nasa loob na sabi natin 180 degrees para makukuha natin kung ano ba yung nasa labas. Okay? Ulit, yung sum ng tatlong line na na-form natin, 180, 180, at 180, that's 540 degrees. Ngayon, para makuha natin yung nasa labas lang, or we're talking about exterior, from 540 as the total ng sum ng linear pairs, ibawas natin yung interior angles, or yung sum na interior angles na 180 degrees, para makuha natin yung nasa labas lang. So, the answer is 360 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, ang sum neto, neto, at neto ay 360 degrees. Okay? Tingnan natin mga ibang pang example. If we're gonna have quadrilateral, ibig sabihin we have number of linear pair kasi apat yan, di ba? So we have 4 na linear pair or yung na-form na line. Okay? Therefore, 4 times 180 degrees and that is 720 degrees. Yung sum ng linear pairs na nabuo natin. Now, ang sum ng interior niya ay 360 degrees. Yung pinag-usapan natin kanina bago tong exterior. And 720 minus 360, 360 pa din. At kung mapapansin nyo, kung gagawin natin siya for other polygons, we will come up with the same measurement. 360 degrees. Tama? Therefore, we can say that no matter how many sides a polygon has, the sum of the measures of the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. Okay? Again, kahit gaano daw kadami yung side ng polygon na pinag-uusapan natin, at we're looking for the exterior angles or the sum of the exterior angles ng polygon na yon, laging 360 degrees ang sagot. For example, nagtanong ako, what is the sum of the exterior angles of an octagon? So, ibig sabihin, 360 pa rin yung sagot. What is the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of a pentagon? 360 degrees pa din yung sagot. Okay? So, let's have an example. Example number 2. What is the measure of one of the exterior angle of a regular decagon? Okay? So, ang tinatanong dyan, analyzing the problem, ano daw yung measurement ng isang exterior angle? Isa lang yung hinihingi ha, isa lang, of a regular decagon. Okay? So, sabi natin, ang decagon ay may 10 sides. Eh, sabi natin, lahat ng polygon, ang sum ng exterior angle, yung sum ng exterior angle, so sabihin natin sum of the exterior angle, sabihin natin EA muna, EA, ay 360 degrees. Sabi natin, lagi yan. Kahit anumang polygon, 360 degrees. At 10 yung sides ng decagon. Ang hinahanap lang natin ay isa. Isa sa mga exterior angle. Eh, ang sum ay, di ba, ay 360. So, therefore, we will divide 360 to 10 para malaman natin yung isa. So, kung meron tayong 10 sides, at ang total ay 360, so para malaman natin yung isa, 360 degrees divided by 10, that is equal to 36 degrees. Therefore, one of the exterior angle ng regular decagon is 36 degrees. Okay? 36 degrees. Okay, let's have the third example. So, find the measure of one of the interior angle of a regular pentagon. So, ang hinahanap natin is the measurement of one of the interior angle lang, isa lang, ng regular pentagon. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang na nasa loob. Okay, so di ba we have 5 interior angles of this regular pentagon. So, remember, now we're talking about a regular pentagon. At pag sinabi nating regular, isang polygon, ibig sabihin, equal ang measurement ng sides at equal din yung measurement ng angles. Therefore, sabi natin kanina, so we have two ways on how to do this. First is by means of its exterior angles. So sabi natin kanina, we have 360 degrees kahit anong mangyari. Yan ang exterior angle ng isang polygon. So therefore, we can divide 360 to 5 para malaman natin ang isang exterior. Tama? We're talking about the exterior angle here, ha? Para malaman muna natin ang isang exterior. So for us to know one of the exterior angle, we will just divide 360, yung sum ng exterior angle, to 5, and that will give us 72. Sa illustration natin, di ba sabi natin kanina na ang pares ng isang exterior at interior ay nagkaroon ng or naging linear pair. So, ibig sabihin, we have here the exterior angle at kapares niya ay isang interior angle. So, since alam natin ang isang exterior, therefore, makikita natin yung hinahanap ng problem na to na we need to find one of the measurement of one of the interior angles. Tama? So, therefore, in this illustration, sabi, isa daw sa exterior ay 72. So, sabi natin, di ba, ang linear pair ay supplementary. So, therefore, if 72 to, yung kapares niyang interior angle is 108 degrees. Okay, so therefore, masasabi natin na one of the interior angle of a regular pentagon is 108 degrees. Now, para naman makuha natin yung one of the interior, pwede din gamitin natin yung ating naging conclusion for the sum of the interior angles of a convex polygon. Sabi natin, we can find the sum of the interior angle by subtracting 2 from the number of sides, then multiply it to the sum of a triangle, which is 180 degree. So, we have, diba sabi natin kanina, ang formula natin is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So, magkakalimutan na ang sinusolve natin sa side na to ay by means of the interior angles na. Okay? So, may dalawa tayong paraan kung paano makahanap yung sagot sa problema natin to. So, we have n minus 2, which means we're looking for the number of the triangles na ma-form. At sabi natin, so instead of writing n, so that's the number of side, so we have 5 here. 5 minus 2, that is 3. Tama? So, 3 times 180 degree, that is 540 degree. So, na-conclude na natin kanina na we have 540 degrees is the sum of the interior angle of a convex pentagon. Now, ang problema kasi dito is naghahanap lang tayo ng isa lang sa mga interior angle. So, sabi natin na regular pentagon equal lahat ng angles niya. So, kung may sum na tayo na 540 sa loob ng pentagon, we can divide that to 5. Tama? Kasi equal naman yung mga nasa loob. So, therefore, we can just simply divide 540, yung sum, sa limang angle para makuha natin yung isa, and that will give us same as 108 degrees. So, tama, no? Pareho lang yung naging sagot natin. So, we have two ways on how to get it. So, first is by means of the sum of the exterior, and second is by means of the sum of the interior angles. So, let's try to do this learning task. So, sabi dito, given the following polygons daw, let's try to draw all the diagonals from one vertex to find the number of triangles that can be formed and the sum of the interior angles. So, gagawin natin is yung ginawa natin nung kanina sa interior angles. Again, we need to draw all the diagonals from one of the vertices lang, isa lang. And then we need to find the number of triangles, then we can now find the sum of the interior angles. So, let's have number 1. Dalito. So this is a triangle na. So therefore, we just have one triangle formed or one triangle formed. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles is 108 degrees. Now we have here this polygon. So how many sides do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a hexagon. Diba? So magdodraw tayo ng diagonals. Ayan. from this vertex lang, isang vertex lang. So, meron tayong tatlong diagonals na nabuo. Or nagkaroon tayo ng tatlong diagonals. So, meron tayong ilang triangle? 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So, therefore, meron tayong apat na 180 degrees. So, 4 times 180 degrees, and that will give us 720 degrees. Okay? Next. So, I have here quadrilateral. Apat yung side. We can just draw one diagonal from this. And then, how many triangles yung na-form natin? Dalawa. So, we have the first triangle and the second triangle. Now, 180 yung dito, 180 din dito. So, what is the sum of the interior angles? So, we have 180 times 2, 360 degrees. Next, so I have here the fourth figure at sabi natin, so ito yung mga diagonals na na-drawing natin from that. And how many triangles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles. Okay? At ang isa sa triangle na yan, di ba, ang sum ng interior angle niyan ay 180 degree ang isa. So, therefore, meron tayong 7 na 180 degrees. So, we have 7 triangles formed. And 7 times 180 degrees, and that will give us the sum of the interior angles is 1,260 degrees. Next, last figure. So, we have here the last polygon. We have here how many diagonals? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many triangles yun na formed natin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 triangles formed. So 5 times 180 degrees. So that is equal to 900 degrees. 5 times 180 degrees. So that is 900 degrees. So therefore, the sum of the interior angles of this polygon is equal to 900 degrees. Okay? Now, given the following sums of the linear pairs and the vertices and the sum of the interior angles of the polygon, find the sum of the exterior angles of the polygons. We're talking about the sum of the exterior angles. So, 900, yung sum ng linear pairs and the vertices and the sum of the interior angle is 540 degrees. So, we'll just simply subtract these two, 900 minus 540, and that will give us 360. 1080 minus 720, that will give us also 360 degrees. Because the sum of all the exterior angles ng kahit anong polygon is 360 degrees. So, therefore, lahat na magiging sagot natin dyan ay 360 degrees. Okay? So, that's all for our lesson for this day. Thank you very much, everyone, and God bless you all.